Thanks so much for joining us. We hope you are ready to make 4 new best friends. The 5th is not with us today, but hopes to join us next time. He's a little under the weather. Let me introduce the table real quick. We got Cam,
Hey.
Tony,
Hey.
Zach,
Hola.
and myself, Austin. And again, like I said, if you're new here, you just made 4 new best friends. So grab a seat, come join us at the table. We have just recently started podcasting again after 2 months, so we've got a lot of catching up
Been a
to
little
do.
bit of a break.
And you're not going to make friends with the 5th one because he's being a wuss right now.
I mean, I don't know if he's being a wuss.
He's protecting my boy. Okay?
All right, fine.
He's protecting us from
No.
getting influenza A, whatever that is.
That's the first influenza.
Is it?
Yeah.
Alpha.
Yeah.
The worst one or the best one?
The main one. All the other ones broke off from him.
You know, I always thought it was just the flu.
I don't even know what the flu is. I thought the flu was when you threw up. Apparently, that's not the flu.
Oh,
No.
Right? It's kind of like when COVID-19 happened. They're like, this isn't actually the first coronavirus. It's just the one this time.
I have not
like a
heard
bajillion.
it called COVID-19 since 2020.
Right?
Like throwing the 19 on there.
Because we all know the truth now. Told you.
You want to know something funny about that? Literally, like 2 days ago, we're sitting at the dinner table and Brinley goes, "You want to know something weird?" She's like, "I forgot that COVID was still a thing." I was like, "You're not wrong." Like
Yeah.
I think that all the time.
Disappeared, dude.
I just
like
found a
when I
box
get-
of like unused COVID things in my
Yeah,
house.
we
COVID
still have
tests.
tests too.
We almost asked you for one the other day, but I don't even know if they work with
They expire.
Oh, do they?
Yeah.
But like 4 years ago, man, if I got the sniffles, is it COVID? Maybe I better stay home. I don't know.
Yeah.
Where now it's like,
You feel like you're in some, I don't know. You feel like you're hiding. Like if you had the sniffles, you felt like you had to hide and everyone was
you're
hunting you out.
you're a leper
Yes,
kind of thing.
yes.
Yeah.
Especially if you cough, too.
Oh, yeah.
One little cough. And
Coughing.
You're like, "It wasn't
Everyone's
me, I
in the
swear."
grocery store going,
The worst.
oh,
people
just
are
let it out.
People
Just
like
calm.
move their carts away. And
The worst is when you're drinking something that goes down the wrong pipe and you just start coughing like crazy.
Yep.
You're like, I'm not sick.
You know, I still get
Breathing
people that
water.
do that. They'll cough a little bit. I promise I'm fine. I'm like, I don't care.
Yeah, that was one of my guys.
DJAF.
One of my guys a couple weeks ago. He calls me up like 2 hours into his shift and he goes, "Hey man, I feel like crap. I probably need to go to a doctor." And I'm like, "What?
who
What are
goes
you
to
talking
doctors?
about?" And he's like, "Dude, I've just been feeling it for a couple weeks. Like I can't get straight." He's like, "I just really need to go see what's
It's
going
called
on."
being gay.
A doctor ain't gonna help.
Ain't gonna help that. But I was like, "All right, man. Well, I'll meet you out there in the truck and I'll swap you and I'll take over your route. You go home, do your thing." And so he ends up calling me later that day and he goes, "Yeah, man." He goes, "I got tested." He goes, "I have a small ear infection. I've got influenza, whatever, and COVID." And I was like, "COVID?" And he's like, "Yeah." And I was like, "COVID's still a thing? They're testing that?" And he goes, "Yeah, they tested me for COVID and I got it." I was like, "All right, man. So I'll see you tomorrow morning for work."
Yeah.
And he's like, "I'll see how I'm feeling later. I'll let you know." Sure enough, he showed up the next day for work, and I'm like, "All right, man. I appreciate you being here."
Literally. So the last time I got COVID was last February, and I was at work. I was like, oh, and it was. We got a text message because I had just flown back from California for doing the Apple Vision Pro thing, and someone in our group had COVID, and so they were texting all of us, and they're like, "Hey, someone had COVID that was near you a lot." And I was like, "All right," and I felt fine. But I went into the office and like me and my friend who had also gone, we both tested and she was fine. I took 2 tests, dude, both positive. I was like, cool, I got COVID. And so I was like, I looked at my manager who was in the room too. I was like, so what now? And she's like, well, how do you feel? I'm like, I feel all right. And she's like, you can stay. I was like, excuse me? We used to
You're
get
like,
10
"Dang
paid.
it."
We used to get 10 paid days off.
Not
for
anymore.
this. Now you're like, well, if you feel fine, just keep working. I'm
Yep.
like,
dude,
you sons of.
Yep.
I haven't. I've probably had it since years ago. I can't tell you the last time I've had it, but I've probably had it since. I just haven't tested to say I have it.
Yeah.
And like on your friend's
'cause it's
case,
so weak.
I can't tell you the last time I've been to the doctor because I was sick. And like in my head, it's like you go to the doctor because you're hurt.
Yes.
Like,
Yeah.
You're like, hey, doc, my soul hurts. I don't know. It's in the front, but it's also in the back. It's in there. What is it?
like how I said I want to go see a gastrologist. It's
Right.
like I don't think my insides should feel this way. Like,
Oh my
that's-
gosh. I just remembered. I have a broken finger. We're talking about
not-
this.
The hell?
It's not taped
It's
anymore.
not. I took the tape off of it. So it's been so long since we've podcasted that my finger was broken and is like almost healed.
Oh my
my
god!
ring finger.
How'd you do that?
Micah had a friend at school, invited her to his birthday party. It was a classic. And we, Micah and I were just running around having fun. We go upstairs to the bounce houses, and it's just her and I. And I'm like, oh, this is great. I can go crazy. I can jump. I can do all these things. And I'm showing her, like, you don't have to be afraid. Like, you can do whatever. And so I'm throwing my body over these like inflated tables, and I'm doing these corkscrews and backflips and all this crazy stuff in there. And I go to do this barrel roll over a table because I found this like perfect circumference thing where if I do it just right, I land right on my feet. Well, I did it too many times and got too confident, and I over rotated. And as I came down, my finger snagged the bottom of the thing and it kicked sideways. Like literally just went, and literally it was like major pain movement where your finger's like this way. I'm like, yeah.
Oh my gosh!
All of Micah's confidence gone.
And so I flip and I literally, it like in slow motion, I hit and I see it go, and I just see it and I'm like, oh no. and I land and my ligaments flipped it back into place. And I was like, okay. So at least I don't have to push it back, but it was definitely broken.
Oh my
So I'm like,
gosh.
okay, I'm gonna. So I calmly get out of the bounce house.
This might be a stupid question, but did it hurt?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
yeah. And so I get out of the bounce house, and Micah's like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "Yeah, honey, I'm fine. Just checking on some things."
I'm gonna go pass out now.
And I'm like over there, and I'm like, I'm moving it, and I'm like, okay, there's movement. Like it's definitely broken because I heard it go.
Oh my gosh!
And so I'm
Did you
like,
go to a doctor? No.
I did.
Oh.
And that's what spawned this conversation. And so we're sitting there, and I'm like, honey, I hurt myself. We should probably get going. And she's like, oh, but I really wanted to do this still. I'm like, okay, all right, yeah. I can't join you, but I'll let you go do your thing. We'll do it for like 30 minutes, and then we got to get out of here. And sure enough, we go down. She was scootering around the rink, and it starts swelling. And I'm like, okay, it's time to go. And so luckily she got tired pretty quick and we ended up leaving. And so we get home and I tell Jess what happened. She's like, you need to go to the doctor because, and she shows me her finger, which I've known about. Her top finger has the same thing where her finger kicked sideways when she was young and she never properly healed it. She's like, so if you want this on a worse scale, don't go to the doctor.
It would be funny if for some reason you've never noticed it. You're like, unless you want this. Oh my gosh!
I didn't know I married Quasimodo.
And so I'm like, good point. And so I go to the doctor and I get the hand x-rays and everything. And he's like, yep, it's definitely broken. He's like, when your finger kicked sideways, I don't know if it was my ligaments or my muscle, but he's like, I can't remember how he phrased it, but basically what he said, I had a rare break in that my ligaments are what broke my bone and not the other way, or I can't remember what happened. So that's why my ligaments brought it back, just because my ligaments were somehow stronger than the bone. I don't know. Huh. But anyway, so yeah.
Drink more milk, bro.
I still can't fully stretch it out and everything, but
Osteoporosis.
definitely not
You pop
fun.
your knuckles.
I do. I'm not this one now. So it freaks me out.
Oh,
His ligaments are stronger because of all the fun time with Jess.
There might be some signs.
Playing
we all like.
pickleball. Yeah, pickleball.
Yeah, pickleball, exactly.
So one of those things where it's like, use. Nah, he might be honest.
Can you even
all those
strengthen ligaments?
I don't know.
all those thumb wrestles they're doing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Video games.
But it did make working out pretty interesting because I had to buddy tape my fingers together. And so I was walking around with my fingers buddy taped for a good month.
You should try to pop that knuckle right now.
Oh,
Nah.
Reminds me of grind.
Now
He
I
gets his
still
cast off. He's like, I got it. And
Okay, here he moves it.
but like I'll bump it against things. It's still very sensitive, but like I can move it and use it, but I find if I have it buddy taped, I hurt it more often.
weird.
So, cuz like it hurts the most when I try and close my hand, and so
Well,
my
don't do that.
finger wants to do that.
What about one of those braces? Those like finger
Yeah,
braces.
I could probably do that. I don't know. Anyway,
Dude, those bounce houses are no joke.
yeah.
Like, so we were at my in-laws on Monday night doing taxes, and they know I get really squeamish like during real stuff like that.
Uh-huh.
And their favorite show is like that emergency ER and all that stuff. And anyways, they were like, "You guys need to watch this." And so my
Does it
father-in-law
show it?
Oh, he turns it on, and this lady comes into the ER room. She's on a stretcher, and they're like, "What happened?" They're like, "Well, she was in the bounce house. Just tragic accident. Just one of those freak accidents." Dude, her ankle was completely separated.
What?
Sideways, skin tore. Her entire foot was literally just hanging on by some muscles and tendons, and that was it. Like, literally, the whole thing just tore.
Holy crap.
Yeah.
Dude, that's like where my mind and my body, that's like getting older. Like you working out and talking about like getting your muscles stronger is so important just because like I could see me being like you and thinking like, oh, bounce house. Heck yeah. My body is, or my mind is still.
Your mind's like, yeah, let's do it. And your body's like, oh, crap.
Yeah, this is going to end badly. And then I would, and then I would be like her with the broken ankle. Oh,
That's kind of what happened, right? Sledding.
Yeah, sledding.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, it should have been pointing this way, and it was pointing this way. Oh,
The wrong way.
my.
I remember we used to go to that trampoline park all the time in like Kaysville.
Oh
And
yeah. Do they still have? That's still there. Good
I
Air.
think so. I just haven't been there.
Yeah, that's still there.
But I
Sorry.
remember there was a
Really quick to interrupt. My photo memories just popped up that it wasn't too long ago that we all went.
Oh yeah.
to the one at Newgate.
No, in Kaysville. I thought we went to Kaysville.
No,
we
No,
went,
when we went with
to
the wives?
ninja. We went to the ninja place up in Ogden.
Oh, that's what it was.
Yeah, I was like right
by
behind the Newgate Mall.
Yeah. But anyway.
That was fun though.
Yeah, it was.
with all the kids
But-
and everybody.
No, we left
No,
the
it
kids
was-
at home.
it
It
was
was a
just
big
all-
adult party.
Oh, that's right.
We all
Yeah.
played tag.
There were a bunch
right.
of kids there.
There was a bunch
It
of
was
kids there.
still that was still like 7 years ago.
Yeah,
That was
that's right.
That was before
That's
Jess was pregnant with
crazy.
Micah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Man
Crap,
alive.
dude. I hate life.
For real. Too fast.
Sorry.
But I remember there was a trampoline that had like a sewed up hole in it, basically like a repaired, right? And we were talking to my friend at the time worked there, and we were like, "What was that?" And she's like, "Oh, somebody jumped off the platform, and when they landed on that, it snapped their shin in half, and their bone went through the trampoline. Their bone poked a hole in the trampoline, and they fixed it.
Oh, I would pass out.
I was like, what?
Snapping your shin, like just getting it kicked is enough to make me almost pass out.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Well, not just snapping it, but exposing it to rip a trampoline.
Ugh.
Dude,
Oh,
that's what
my.
my nightmares are made of.
Right?
That reminds me of. Oh gosh, I will never forget this day. Wait. What are you talking about, horror boy?
It's different. It's
You're-
fake.
Oh yeah.
That's how I am. Makes me feel bad.
Oh, God.
But do you guys remember that Anderson Silva fight? We were
Yes.
watching it live, pay-per-view. I was at a house party with like 30 people, and Anderson Silva and this other guy are fighting it. Anderson Silva throws a kick, and it hits the guy's shin, and his shin breaks and flies around the other dude's leg. and then he pulls back his leg to then stand on it.
I remember that.
Had
man.
no idea what happened, and then he fell over. 'Cause he didn't have a foot.
Oh my gosh.
He went
That's
to
just
plant
Jell-O.
on it, and there was nothing to plant on.
Oh man, that brings nightmare fuel back. Oh.
I just saw one not too long ago. This guy was going to jump off of like some kind of little platform thing into a lake. And I don't know what he was standing on, but whatever he was standing on, when he went to jump, the pressure of his legs pushed through the thing, but his body still fell forward. So it had his knees, it had his legs, but his body fell forward.
Oh my god.
I was just like, ugh.
Okay.
All right.
Man, how did I forget that I broke a finger? That's hilarious.
Dude, I don't know why this made me
For a
think
second, I just thought I heard everywhere.
This made me think of a couple things. Like, so lately, me and Kaylee have been just like, I'll like airplay my phone screen onto the TV, and we'll just go through some reels together. And I thought of that made me think of it because sometimes we hit those like fail ones, you know, and people just falling or whatever. But we've gotten on this kick of watching this guy who just plays scary video games.
Oh, okay.
And it is so funny, dude. Because, like, he's playing, and it's some random part, like, shows his face at the top and then what he's playing. So we see his reactions. But, like, obviously these clips are made with all the jump scares that he's getting. So we get scared, and then we all laugh. And it's just, I don't know. It's the funniest thing ever. Because we're literally just watching. We're just so engrossed. I was holding Mason.
Oh, no.
And I literally jumped. And I like caught him. And Shaylee looked over at me and she's like, maybe you shouldn't be holding the baby right now.
So I have this idea for this Halloween coming up.
Uh-huh.
For Men Try, I want to play a scary video game,
Yes.
and while we play it, we have to have a harmonica in our mouth.
Well, dude, some of the games are sound like use your
Yes,
microphone. Yeah.
I know. It would be hilarious
Dude,
because
that-
we would be attracting them, and then you could hear the.
That
And
was
then
that.
when you have the jump scare. Oh man, it'd be
Did
crazy.
you ever play Alien Isolation?
Uh-uh.
Dude.
That
I've
game's
seen
scary, like-
gameplay of it. But
I played it, and there was one part in there where I'm playing it. I'm downstairs in our old house, and it's like getting close to midnight, completely dark. I turned out all the lights. Nobody else is awake, and I'm playing it. And I had my surround sound speakers and everything, and all of a sudden, like it's just the whole part of the thing is like you have no gun, really no weapons. You're just trying to escape away from the alien, and
Yup.
as you make noises. Luckily, I didn't have the thing on where it would detect noises like in the area, but it just you make noises in the game, the alien appears. But anyways, I'm sitting there walking around and just get a little creepy, a little quiet, and all of a sudden, like right behind me on the back speaker on the surround sound, there was a big old clang and a boom, and I'm like, I jumped so bad to the point where I'm like, I'm done. Game's off. I'm going to bed. I'm not doing this anymore. It was so bad.
Have you seen the video games now that they have for online where you have chat, like you can talk to the other players, but it's proximity based. So you have like your character has to be near another person for them to hear you.
that's cool.
And
haven't
so
seen that.
there's
Yeah.
there's like a ship one.
There's one called, oh my gosh, Lethal Company.
Yeah.
Lethal Company. It's a very basic game, but it's scary. Things chase you. But like, yeah, if you're like in game, like I think 50 feet away from each other, you can't hear each other anymore. What? So you're like, crap. You're like, where'd you go? You have to run around and be like, hey, hey.
But there's this really funny one that's like pirates. And they're
Does the volume of your voice actually
Yeah.
Yes.
play into
Yes.
it too?
yeah. And so there's these two people online that are battling, and they're like in their boats and they're firing cannons at each
Oh,
other.
I think I've seen this.
And there's this guy coming by. He's like, I'm just passing through. Just passing through. And then they all just turn up and start firing.
I saw that video.
I'm like, oh my God, I need to get in on these games. That's hilarious. I love that so much.
Speaking of being scared, so I've said it forever that if kids knew how scary they can be,
Yeah.
Oh yes.
it would be game over.
Oh,
Especially
yeah.
Brindley.
Yes. Now it's Kelsey.
Oh,
Oh, nice.
So-
she's taking up the torch.
Oh, dude. So unfortunately, we're in this horrible habit, whatever you want to call it, that Kelsey and Reggie will come into our rooms at night to sleep with us. Well, there was one night, so we took her to her bed, and Jenny was, I think it was Jenny that took her that night, and she came back in. She's like, FYI, Kelsey's probably going to be back sooner rather than later. She kind of woke up a little bit as I was taking her to bed, and so we're like, okay. So anyway, we're just kind of laying there. We always just kind of lay and chat for a sec as we were getting ready to fall asleep, and there's just enough of a glow from the door, kind of common. And sure enough, she came in. And even though Jenny said she'll probably come in, I'm laying on my side, so I'm looking at the door. But I just see that I didn't see her like round the corner and come in the door. I didn't see her until she was at the bedside. But I just see that silhouette.
Oh, creepy.
Oh,
And
yeah.
her
See
hair,
yourself,
she's got
didn't
the
you?
sleep hair, so it's all natted and
Medusa.
big. And she came in, and have you ever seen Lights Out?
Yes.
Love it.
It looked like a mini version of that.
Oh,
like, you know
gross.
how she's got the ratty
Gross.
hair, and like that's what she looked like. But the worst part about it, so our bed's kind of tall, so they have a hard time getting up on our bed. So the worst part about it is I see the silhouette low, and then I slowly see the like climbing up on the bed.
Gosh.
Did you punch her in the face?
Because that's what was coming.
It was,
Like,
She was
where's
ge-
your defense here, bud?
she was getting up on Jenny's side, and so she was out of my reach. But like, dude, I can't tell you the hundreds
dread?
of millions of thoughts running through my head. That it's just like, oh my gosh! Like it's just,
Did you throw a kick? Anything?
I froze. I
Oh,
froze.
come on.
Dude,
That's
scary.
why, like, if anybody,
you had an opportunity to prevent her from ever coming into your room ever again.
Throwing a
One
punch
fell
or a
swoop
kick.
with one excuse.
kick her out the door. Stay in bed.
All I imagine is one kick, and it's like that old '90s thing where they had like the floppy body that they just hucked.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like
It's
the,
like-
the dummy. Yeah.
she just hits the wall, boom, boom, and just
Here, I want to show you one of these videos.
Which what? What are you talking about?
Flip it over.
All right, it's coming. It's a little slow.
It's getting there.
That's what she said.
Oh, is this what you were telling us about?
He's-
Okay.
This room. Why do I want to look at it?
Oh, creepy.
Is this a
gosh.
I mean, Chet, he's waving at me, bro. He might be friendly.
No.
Hey,
Oh, it went
sir.
back.
Ah.
Yeah, maybe I'm good. Maybe I can stop playing scary
lady.
games.
Oh, she is not good. Not good, bro. Hey, how's it going? You look good. What is that? Oh my God. Yo, give me a little something.
Why does it keep kicking back? I don't know why it keeps kicking back.
Oh, bro. Okay, turn that off.
Oh my gosh, that got me. Frick.
You should be the one here.
Oh, is her neck popping? Oh, gross.
Ah! Oh, my car! Hey, what are you talking about? What is in this room?
That's hilarious.
They're so good. I don't even know why, but they're so funny.
I could not play video games like that.
Me neither.
No.
That's why I think it's so funny. Is like it scares the crap out of me, but then I'm laughing.
Have you guys ever played Slender Man?
Just
No.
that one time.
Yeah, I was gonna say you and I played. Were you there?
Yeah, we played it.
Yeah, that game is terrifying.
Right?
think
And
that-
these games are way scarier.
Yeah,
I think that's the only horror game I've ever played.
yeah.
There's
terrifying.
one that he's been playing. It's like Mortician's Assistant or something, Oh my gosh, dude, it's freaky.
It's like
What's-
the mortician, or no, what's the word? Where does a mortician work?
mortuary.
Thank you. Gosh, it's like the mortuary scene in House on Haunted or Haunting of Hill House.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, dude, it's freaking. But dude, it's so funny. Like we've been having a blast just watching those videos.
You talking
man.
about the part where he looks through the glasses or whatever, the video, and it's all these people just sitting there and he lowers it down and they're going.
No,
Is that what
I
you're talking
started
about?
to say Haunting of Hill House, or I mean House
Or
on
House on
Haunted
Hill.
Hill, but I meant Haunting of Hill House.
Yeah,
the
I knew what you
mortuary?
were talking about.
Oh, where that's all set up and they have the casket up front, right? Is that what you're talking?
No, down in the basement,
Oh,
where with the body still down in the like morgue area.
In the
okay.
freezer.
Yeah.
It's been a hot minute.
Yeah. I don't really remember that. The one I remember the most is when they lower the kid down the little escalator thing.
Oh my gosh.
Yes,
I just
that
had
one
flashbacks.
freaks me
That
out.
freaked me out so bad.
I need to rewatch that. So good.
Oh man.
So funny.
So a lot's been going on in the world. Oh, or do you want to do your questions? Or do you want to save those for when Chris is with us? Because we could get to know him, which would also be pretty funny.
Yeah, we could do that.
You want to do that next time
Sure.
with Chris? So there's been a lot going on in the news since we've last spoke. But now we have like the retrospect, which is kind of funny to kind of go back at. We had the drones in Jersey.
Which apparently they talked about now.
Yeah.
So apparently it was they're saying it was just the FAA was conducting tests.
Yeah, what tests?
I don't know.
You want to know what's crazy?
Let's
is-
see what people do. That's the
I mean,
test.
I honestly think it was just to distract. You know how they. I mean, as we start covering more and more of these conspiracy topics, man, I'm starting to believe them.
Hey, the difference between conspiracy and truth is just like a couple months.
It's like 6 months. it's sad how true that is.
'Cause here's the thing: they may call it a conspiracy, but they've never called it a lie.
That's true.
You're
The
not
the
wrong.
wildest thing is I have a friend, Zach, who lives in Jersey, and this was weeks before they were going to give birth to their twins. And so he's still doing like his whole residency thing where he's a doctor and training or whatever you want to call it. And and I'm like, dude, what's going on? He's like, honestly, I have no idea, and it's absolutely terrifying. He's like, when I go to work, they're flying. When I come home, they're still flying. He's like, I don't know what to make of it. He's like, I don't know. I don't know what to do. He's like, what do I do?
Nothing.
Which is a terrifying feeling.
Oh yeah, and they weren't small drones.
No.
they were big.
And we had some out here.
Yeah,
I
That
sent-
was crazy.
I sent video of one that I could try to capture, but it wasn't doing too well. But that whole drone thing was just wild.
I think that's what made me most nervous. Is it's like, why do we have them out here and by our base of all places? Like,
Yeah.
Well, in the beginning, everyone was afraid they were like spy device or like other countries and whatnot gathering intelligence, which would make sense as to why they're by bases.
Yeah.
it's like that balloon. Do you remember?
Yeah, the
that?
weather
Oh, yeah,
balloon.
the
Weather
Chinese
balloon,
spy
the
balloon.
Chinese thing.
So they took like 6 months to shoot down. Come on, man. What kind of defense is that?
It's not.
Dude,
It's funny too because while the drone stuff was going on, my dad and like our family group chat was like, "Hey, like, I want to talk about like strategies, concerns if something goes down." Like he was military, so he thinks about these things a lot. But like he was essentially saying what we're gonna do because we live by a base, which if we were ever attacked, it would be a target. So he's like, yeah, let's have a discussion. We'll kind of talk about strategy, where we'd go, what we do, all this stuff, blah, 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 blah. The next day, he's like, actually, they drop a nuke, we're done for. So, just whatever. He's like, it's no point. We're all very, very much within the blast radius.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I mean that was a big headliner. What else was going on?
Oh, sorry. That also reminds me. You remember the like drill, like nuke drill or whatever, like what you do?
Remember
Remember how you like get down under your desk and stuff, and you like
And you kiss your ass goodbye?
You
Yeah.
bring your knees up and put your head down, right?
We
Isn't that an
never had a
earthquake?
nuke drill.
I thought that was...
Like,
I never had one either. I thought that was for earthquakes.
Yeah.
same thing, I think. But
Cam grew up during the Cold War.
I lived in Colorado Springs, bro. Okay, I was right next to NORAD. All right, they talked about stuff. Okay,
Okay.
but I saw this video and take it with a grain of salt. I don't know for sure if this is 100% true, but apparently that position helps you die faster
Really?
because the way you're sitting, it would break your neck. In like the concussive force would basically break your neck and you would die faster.
What if you were facing the direction of the blast?
I think either way, I don't know.
You get raped.
And then you die.
Either way.
Which hole do you want destroyed first? Because it's coming.
Stick your head between your legs, kiss your butt goodbye.
Never mind.
Is that for real?
I told you, I don't know. For sure.
You should look it up. I'm curious now. You
Dude,
piqued my interest.
kind of sort of left field, but on that's like on that series Fallout. I think it's
great show.
that
Love that show.
is it the very first episode where it shows the bombs going off? Dude, that was haunting.
Yeah.
Oh, when he's with his daughter at the
No,
birthday
his
party?
son. His son.
That's
It was his daughter.
Was it a daughter?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
But just watching that, especially from the angle like where they're kind of up on the hill overlooking the city, and you just see boom,
Yeah.
boom, like
Terrifying.
Just like, oh my gosh!
I think I sent Cam that exact same message. We were watching it, and as we were watching it, I was like, I sent Cam a message. I was like, dude, this is absolutely haunting. Like seeing him as a father with his kid, I'm like, all I can imagine is like the helplessness that would just wash over you,
right,
and knowing that you could do nothing to protect your kid. Like that's got to be the worst feeling in the world.
exactly.
Yep.
And so, yeah, that was a sad cliffhanger for that episode to end on, man.
Yeah.
Sorry if that spoils that episode for any of you.
It's been out long enough.
But I think season 2 is coming out soon, right?
No,
You know, I know
it's
they're
like-
filming it.
Next year.
I was gonna say 26. I think is
Hey, Physical 100 is coming out in like May, April.
another season of that.
Nice.
Another one.
Heck yeah!
I think it's
Love
coming
that
out in
show.
April.
Oh, I love it.
You're gonna see me in it.
Do it.
Dude, we've been watching so many dubbed shows lately. Because like I said, we watched the Squid Games. We watched another one called Alice in Borderlands, which is phenomenal.
Is it?
Oh, it's
I've seen
way
previews.
good. Way good. And then there was another one we're watching right now. Oh, some zombie one called All of Us Are Dead. But it's funny because we've all been watching them as a family. Well, me, Shaylee, and Kaylee. But they're funny. Like I've gotten used to the dubbed where, you know, their voice doesn't match them at all. And it's kind of funny.
Yeah. Other big headliners that have happened. The Hawk Tuah girl. Did you guys hear about this back in early December? Did you hear about
Her
this?
downfall.
I don't know if it's called a downfall. She made a coin, a meme coin.
Yeah.
A cryptocurrency coin called the Tuah coin, I think,
Yeah.
or Hawk coin. Anyway, so she made this cryptocurrency and all these people bought into it.
Friggin' idiot.
Got it up to $490 million in cap, and she drained it.
Yep. Dipped out.
Dipped out. So she made off with I don't know how many millions of dollars.
Wow.
Her and her staff or whatever. But
Yeah.
aren't they being like
That can't be
like
legal.
sued?
It
Oh,
totally
it's
is.
not.
I mean, how could it not be?
It's actually like a bad, like super bad.
But
What
it's
is
not.
it?
But cryptocurrency isn't regulated.
But it's. I mean, it's still fraudulent. I think she's in a lot of legal trouble.
Really?
Like what's
Yeah.
Isn't that? I mean, it's kind of like I feel like that's equivalent to say starting your own charity.
It's basically like
getting a bunch of
conning, yeah.
people to donate to a charity and then taking the money and run.
I don't know. I thought cryptocurrency wasn't regulated, so I thought it was kind of like the Wild West.
Did you see
I
that
think
she
she
was
can
number
still be-
one on Spotify for a while?
So ridiculous. I mean, props to her, man. She made millions of dollars off of one line that she dropped
I was
on
going
a
to
short
say
reel.
taking not
Like,
even
props to
15
her.
minutes of fame, 15 seconds of fame.
Yeah.
and taking it and running with it.
I mean, that's basically what Paris Hilton did and Kim Kardashian. I mean, look, and there's science behind it. She played it well. But I mean, I guess if she's in trouble with court, then
well, the
not so
difference
well.
with them though is they have like rich families and things.
Yeah.
This girl was literally a nobody.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know enough about it. She said on December 20th, she said, I take this situation extremely seriously and want to address my fans, the investors who have been affected and the broader community. I am fully cooperating with and committing to assisting legal team representing the individuals impacted as well as to help uncover, because they claim they didn't do it.
Yeah.
To help uncover the truth, hold the responsible parties accountable, and resolve this matter. If you have experienced losses related to this, please contact Berwick Law or something like that. So basically, like, they pumped the coin up, and then people sold, which dropped it immediately.
Yeah.
So a ton of people lost a ton of money. And they claim that it was like bots that were set up to like buy the coin and then sell at a spike point or something like that. And well, because I know the SEC. Let's see here.
Well, I mean, but at that point, it's all like he said, she said, right?
It's the Hawk Coin. Investors of Hawk Coin filed a lawsuit on Thursday against the coin's creators, accusing the company Over Here Limited, its founder Clinton Tuah the Moon Foundation, and social media influencer Alex Larson Schultz for unlawfully promoting and selling cryptocurrency that they say was never properly registered with the SEC.
Okay. That's hilarious.
Tuah the Moon.
Tuah the Moon. Man. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, because as far as I knew, I didn't think cryptocurrency, one, it's untraceable.
But I mean, even still, cryptocurrency, dollar, whatever, like it's still like a con. It's still fraud if they did it, you know? So there's got to be, if there aren't laws now, there will be now.
This will be the case for the law.
Exactly.
And then, Trump also following suit made his own coin, which is hilarious.
What is it? Just
Trump coin.
Oh, wait, I did get a notification on Robinhood the other day. It's like, you can now trade Trump. I was like, what?
Anyway, so we will follow up and see what happens to Hawk Tuah, girl.
So wild.
Other conspiracies. Did you hear? This is the big one with the fires.
Oh, yes.
Oh.
I was going to bring that up.
The LA fire, or just California fires.
Yeah.
Well,
You talking about that train?
No.
The
Or the
smart
city, the smart city.
The smart city.
No.
Wait, what?
No. Apparently, Trump, looking into it, has found proof of some form that these fires are an act of war.
Wait, what?
Started by the lasers. That there's mini or I can't remember what they called it, but it's like basically a laser that is shot down and it started the fires.
Really?
And supposedly, like I said, this is all just hearsay, allegedly. Like, I don't know the whole full story about it, but yeah, apparently there was proof that the Biden administration saw, ignored it. Trump found it, and now is trying to look into it. And
Get out. So
Yeah.
the whole thing in Maui might be real?
yeah, so that it might be
The blue roofs? The lasers?
the lasers. And it's the same thing here, but it's an act of war.
I mean, it doesn't surprise me.
Yeah.
But
From who?
people wanted to build the smart city. Because have you guys seen the layovers? Like when you lay over the map of the smart city versus where the wildfires have been?
Mm-hmm. I've also
Insanity.
seen one with the train, like the high-speed rail systems
Yes.
and stuff.
So these fires that have happened in Maui, LA, Melbourne, or those just the three?
I thought there was one that
It's Lahaina.
wasn't there one that started with a P?
Palisades.
Yeah, the
isn't-
Palisades.
That's in
Oh.
LA.
Yeah. But so those three, they all have these like plans for a smart city, and you lay the smart city over where the fires are, and it's literally the fire.
What's a smart city? Like,
So they're just like a fully automated, like futuristic city. Like it's the next kind of
Yeah.
evolution of our city and whatnot.
Yeah.
Which a lot of it's held back by infrastructure and existing buildings and existing things. They'd have to like start over.
Yeah.
But how are you ever going to get all of those people to sell and agree to that?
So even Maui's connected to this.
Yeah.
Lahaina, yeah.
Yeah, Lahaina has plans for a smart city. I think it was supposed to start in like 2028. Don't take that as quote, but it is like
Side note,
Still.
what happened to that Saudi Arabia like long city
they
thing?
canceled it.
Did they
Oh,
really?
yeah. They
I think so.
started it. I want to say they started production.
Yeah, they did.
and
They were
never-
digging.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
bum. I was excited for that.
Yeah,
I wanted to see it come to fruition.
it'd have been wild.
Did you find anything on the lasers?
Not yet. Mostly just Trump tours LA fire destruction. His claims about fires and Newsom's water policies.
Yeah, the water policies alone make you
Yeah, that one. So
want
my-
to punch your face.
My
Right?
brother has a
Literally.
friend who his brother was sent out there to go work on the fires. He's a firefighter. Went to set out
Yeah.
there to work on the fires.
I should
He
hope
legit,
so.
well,
He's a gynecologist.
yeah, he gynecologist sent out to work
Send
on the
him out.
fires. No, they were
You
they
put
were,
out fires.
They were hooked up to a hydrant, and they were literally just spraying down the fires, trying to do whatever they can and stuff like that. Dude, mid fighting it, water shut off.
Yeah,
And that's apparently what Newsom's been doing. He's just been shutting the water. When they were like, what the heck's going on? They were like, you're using too much water. You need to stop.
Oh my gosh.
That guy is unreal.
Yeah.
Any freaking idiot that voted for him, I'm sorry, you are. Like, that guy is a psycho.
yeah. I loved the press conference that they had when Trump got to California and was talking to the whole panel. And he's like, "Where's the water?"
Yeah.
He's like, basically, you know what's really great at fighting fires? Water. It's been pretty great at it for a very long time. Where's the water?
So many things.
And then like immediately,
I got an ocean right next door to you.
Yeah, I don't understand.
Yeah,
that.
that's what I was hearing something.
Yeah.
Like, apparently it's too far away or something. I don't know. There was a reason, but
Pipes.
I'm trying. Well, that's what I'm
Pipes
trying
are
to
a
think
thing.
too. Is
Or what about the helicopters and planes that like scoop up the water and carry
They do. Have you seen those planes
Those
that
things are
like
awesome.
that like don't stop? They just
Yeah.
go down and it's like big old mouth or something. It's like, catch the water. Let's go back.
Yeah.
It's freaking nuts.
yeah,
The what blows my mind is that California, from what I understand, they get their water from the states surrounding it.
They get a lot of it from us, or
Yeah.
no? They get some. Is it
they do get
electricity,
some
or do
of
they
it.
get water?
No, they
from
get
us?
some water from us, I believe.
But also the dam in
But like,
Vegas.
why don't they use
Yeah.
the ocean?
Exactly for that kind of stuff. It's like
That's what I don't get.
For secondary,
yeah,
like,
why
water.
isn't there pipes? I mean,
I
because you
think-
can't really use seawater, I believe, on grass or I don't know.
I
But
know,
I don't know how
isn't
that
it-
all
it's
works,
super
but-
corrosive, so
Yeah,
it's hard to pipe it.
yeah. I was
There's
gonna say, but-
got to be a way to.
I was gonna say,
I mean, at
there's-
this point, they should have figured out a way.
I would
kind
think
of
there'd be a way
filtration.
to pipe it, like just to the hydrants or something, just to
Exactly.
like just to fight fires, emergency stuff. Like I would think
But
there
it'll
would
get
be a way to
salt
utilize
on everything.
Don't, because I don't want my house all salty.
I'd rather it be, charcoal.
Don't you know salt water's combustible?
But yeah, they're like this. I think this surpasses negligence. Like, this is just so bad, especially when you run a city that is constantly dry and in a drought, and there's been zero rainfall, and like
Are they
there's
still
even
going? I haven't
I
looked
don't
at
know.
I
any
thought they were
actually.
out of the drought for.
No, not the fires
They-
themselves.
Oh,
Are they?
You know what's wild is we haven't seen hardly any of the smoke here in Utah. Generally, like when there's fires in surrounding states, we see a lot
yeah,
of
it gets
Yeah.
blown over this way.
I don't know, but they did. They have been seeing people like start fires.
That's nuts.
Like, I've seen so many videos of people just like lighting foliage on fire, like in the city,
Yeah.
Just
and
because?
like dumpsters.
Yep.
Yeah, like a bunch.
Yep. I've watched videos of that too. People are just driving around and all of a sudden they start videoing. There's people just lighting fires.
I think it's done.
Well, so
Because I remember the conference with Trump, the lady was like, they're like, oh, because they're not letting people go back. Like, they're not letting people in to their homes and stuff to start recovering or doing whatever. they're like blocking him off. And Trump was like, no, like, why let them in now? It's like, well, it's for their safety. It's like, they're safe. They're like, we could do it in a week. And he's like, that's a long time. It's like, do it now.
Yeah.
And so they immediately let him, like under
just
pressure,
doesn't-
let him back in.
It just doesn't make any sense. Because similar thing, right? What was it? North Carolina? What was it that went through the
The floods. Yeah.
floods?
Yeah. North
And
Carolina.
Immediately, like I think it was like last week, he issued a state of emergency and got the troops out there and then planning
Sent
committee.
the Army Corps of Engineers.
Yeah, and to like plan and fix and get that city back up and rolling. You know,
Yeah.
I don't understand why it's taken this long to do it. I mean, I know we had to go and take care of Ukraine, send billions over there, but
For real.
you know,
Holy cow.
It's just insane to me. And they were going to give like 770 per household.
and that was Hawaii.
That was Hawaii.
No,
yeah.
that was LA too.
It was. Oh, I thought you were talking about North Carolina. Is it North Carolina?
Yeah.
North Carolina, they also gave them barely any money.
It was like $200.
600 something. I don't know. Lower than 700. I know
Yeah.
that.
Not even worth your time.
And you had to like qualify for it. Like there were these things.
It's funny too. Just doing the taxes the other day, there was a specific question: did you receive any relief funds from natural disasters? So you're
they
getting
can tax you on it.
$750, and then you're going to have to get taxed on it. Yeah,
Yeah, it's unreal.
Yeah.
Like we
Makes
can
no
send
sense.
billions away to another country.
Oh,
But
you know they were
we're
getting a
not.
cut of it, man.
Oh,
You
one.
know.
1 billion%.
I mean, then there was the fire here in Ogden too.
Yeah.
Got that
yeah.
one, 16-year-old kid. No.
Idiot.
Yep. Dude, and you know now, like I
could ruin
guarantee
your
they
life,
probably
kid.
won't release his name because he's a minor. He'll get charged as an adult.
Oh, 100%.
At 16 years old with the damage that he caused.
Arson?
Yeah,
Yeah,
guarantee
that
you he
dude's-
gets
Where was
charged.
that
as
at?
Oh,
an
yeah.
adult.
That was like my sister
Right by
was
the
talking about
temple.
that.
Oh, dude.
Yeah. It was like a couple blocks away from the
didn't
temple.
know.
It was a huge apartment complex that they were building. Just went up in flames.
Yeah, it was like.
So at first they thought it was they had claimed they thought it was like something on the inside, like a heater, space heater, something like that, just got tipped over. And then all of a sudden out of nowhere they're like, nope, we believe it was arson and we found the person who did it.
How did they find the person?
I assume cameras
Crazy.
nearby spotting it. That's you do the investigation. That's the only thing I can think of.
Yeah.
Did you see that video of Joe Rogan though talking about how he had talked to a firefighter from LA?
Yes.
Like
I think I shared this with you.
yeah, like long time ago.
So
and that firefighter basically said that this exact situation was just waiting to
with
happen.
the winds and everything.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
The
Yeah.
perfect time, and these fires will spark, and the winds will just keep it going.
As
or
funny
whatever
as it
was.
is, I was listening to that podcast like 2 days prior to those fires breaking out.
Yeah.
I was like, whoa, he called it.
Yeah.
That was wild.
Just those like it's like the perfect combination of the dryness and the Santa Ana winds and all that stuff just heading to a point, and he's like, a fire sparks out, you're not going to be able to stop it. It's
Which
just
now
just
it
gonna
begs the
go.
question if it's lasers, man. I don't
It's
know.
unreal to me. Like
But okay, back to that. So not only did they cut off water to their own fire hydrants,
Uh-huh.
they also cut funding to their firemen.
Oh
right?
yeah.
They cut like millions from their funding, and they removed funding from environmental care. So like they weren't clearing out the brush and all that stuff to prevent fires.
Well, and I guess
like this.
they also have some policy. Trump mentioned it that in like the national forest areas, if a tree falls, they have to leave it.
yeah.
Instead of like cleaning it up and like doing that kind of maintenance, they have to just let it stay there. And within a week, it's like super dry wood
Yeah.
and just ready to light up.
Light it up.
It's just
light it
yeah,
up.
it's unreal to me. The things they do to like in claims of preservation or like, oh, we're
Yeah.
protecting this. No, you're not. You're literally making a legal tinderbox that nobody can touch.
On another related note of big headliners that have happened since we last met, Luigi.
What? Oh, like the friggin' United Healthcare guy?
United Healthcare guy.
Oh,
The
yeah.
CEO.
Do you think is that really him?
I don't know.
You think he's the guy?
I don't know.
That's freaking nuts too, though.
I mean, I didn't really, like I said, I didn't have Instagram. So all I caught was this information like secondhand.
Well, and it blows my mind. So I have United Healthcare, and I had no idea how. I mean, I'm not saying it was right what happened, but apparently the CEO was like super douche.
Garbage.
Like this guy had set up I don't know if it was AI. He set up something that would auto deny claims, basically.
Yeah, auto
heck?
deny claims.
And like
Well,
he
wasn't it United too that said that they were only going to give so long on like anesthesia
Yes.
Yeah.
for
Yes.
different procedures?
Or
Yes.
no. It wasn't UHC. It was another.
Was it some video with a doctor talking about that? Like,
It was another. It
I
was
thought
another health
them,
company.
And then after he got killed, then all of a sudden all these other health companies
Yeah.
started coming out and saying, we're not going to do that. Like kind of.
yeah.
I don't
And they
know.
all took down their pictures
Yeah.
off their websites.
Yeah.
You guys didn't do anything wrong. Why are you scared?
Yeah, why are you scared?
Well, I'm firm advocate on that. I've been screwed over way too many times by the healthcare system. And, you know, by any
We
means.
want reform.
That's
We
what I'm
want
saying. By any means necessary, what happened, it's not right. It's not the
Yeah.
way that things should have been done, like or handled. But there needs to be a change in the healthcare system here.
Oh, yeah.
It's absolutely, and I will throw this on the table anytime. Like, it's absolutely ridiculous that someone has the unfortunate opportunity of getting cancer and now has to pay out the ass for it.
Yeah.
Like, you know, if my insurance, yeah, granted, I had really good insurance when I had my cancer, but still, my bills were $18,000 every time they'd show up. But luckily, like, if I didn't have insurance, I'd be paying out of pocket.
Yeah.
And mine, you know, as cancer as it was, like, it's not one of the more expensive ones that other people have to deal with. Mm-hmm. And I'm a firm believer, like, there's some things, like, cancer is the biggest one. I don't think you should have to pay for that at all. You get cancer and you're dealt with that, and you stage 3, stage 4, it's like, you know what? Live your life. We'll
And it's
take care of you.
especially like when a lot of those, it's like you can't work. How are you making money
Exactly.
to pay for this when you can't work to make the money to
Yep.
pay for this? And like, I'm not saying that. I mean, everyone wants healthcare to be free. I don't think there's a feasible way to make that happen, but there needs to be some sort of major reform where these prices should not be in the hundreds of thousands.
No.
Yeah.
Like I looked at like Layla's bills for birth and NICU and all that. Like it was in the hundreds of thousands without insurance. And I'm like, how? Make that make sense.
Look at Shaylee's.
What cost that much?
Did she take any aspirin while she was there? Tylenol?
I can't remember. I think she did, and I was like, "Hey," I was like, "Don't take that." Yeah. I was like, "I'm not paying $200 for that."
You go
Take
look
your
at
own
the bill.
Tylenol.
You go look at the bill for it for 2 pills. I guarantee it was up to about $60 or $70
Yeah,
just for her to take 2
insane.
pills of like Tylenol.
I heard that that's one of the little tricks is you ask for an itemized bill,
Yep.
and suddenly your bill's like
Oh,
3/4
weird,
of what
yeah,
it
they
was.
get so much. But here's the other hard thing: is like, freaking insurance is in on the crap too, because it's like the hospital's like, "Hey, like you have insurance? Cool, we're gonna charge you up the A because insurance will pay for it."
Who was it that shared the video? I don't know the guy's name, but he was on Rogan, and he's a pharmacist. Did you guys see
Oh,
that?
yeah.
Yes, with the grandma.
Yeah.
It's like grandma, grandma has to do this.
And it's like, yeah, my cost for this, I don't remember the numbers. I'm just going to make these up. But he's like, my cost for this is $3. I can sell it for $5. But I have a gag order that if you come in and say you have insurance, then I have to sell it for $12. And I can't say anything. Where if grandma would have just came in, kept her mouth shut about insurance, I would have sold it to her for $5.
And that's what I don't get. Like how, like where is, this is where the machine needs to be looked at. Like someone needs to figure out why this is happening. Like people, I think healthcare should not be a for-profit business.
No.
I think that's the biggest issue because they are. Hospitals are for-profit businesses.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
They're not there to help you. They're there to help you and make money doing it.
And I'm tired of the in-network, out-of-network stuff. I
Oh,
think that's the
complete
biggest thing
BS.
that needs to go.
Because
Well, it's like
especially
your
because
story.
nobody can give you a correct answer in the moment.
It was
It's like your one story where it's like the doctor was in network, but the hospital wasn't.
Yep. And I
it's
got
like,
charged.
that
I got charged
sucks.
$13,000. And the same thing when we got in our accident a year ago. The ambulance came up, showed up,
Yeah.
took care.
And
We
they
had
don't-
no choice in the matter.
Yeah, they
and
don't
then all
give
of a
you
sudden
a
my
choice.
insurance goes, "Oh, that's out of network." What?
How
was
is
an
an
emergency.
ambulance? Ambulances. I don't think ambulances are in anyone's network.
Nope.
That's what's stupid.
I don't think they are either.
But that should be free.
Luckily,
that freaking machine should be free.
oh, I would have fought that one to the ground, but luckily my job paid for it all, and so I was like, I don't care. They can pay for it.
My
but-
insurance had something called Navigard on it,
Yeah.
and I just happened to be looking at it, and it's like, oh, this charge is eligible for it. So I contacted them, and they're like, oh yeah, well, like they negotiated it down to zero
Yep.
with the ambulance.
That's ultimately what I did. Is I just gave all the bills to my people, and they were just like, "Well, just pay them. We'll reimburse you." Okay, whatever.
Huh.
Yep.
It's just there's so
No,
yeah.
it's absolutely ridiculous. Like, just
And remember, don't you remember we talked about a while ago? Like Walmart was supposed to be doing some sort of thing where it was essentially, it was a clinic. They were making clinics, but you walk in and it's like these are the prices.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
They were supposed to be doing that, and then also, who's that guy that owns the Mavericks?
Maverick.
The Dallas Mavericks.
He does the prescription thing.
Yeah.
Shark Tank guy.
He's kind of a wiener.
Ah, shoot. What is his
see
name?
his face.
Yeah, I know
he had
exactly
a
who you're
great
talking about.
he had a great thing going. I mean, I think it's still going where he has like prescription pills or medicines for
Way
far
cheaper.
under
Yeah.
regular pricing.
He was a big advocate in lowering the insulin prices, wasn't
Yeah.
he? Yeah. Mark
Cuban.
Cuban.
There you go.
That's the one.
Yep.
Yeah.
I just saw a video of Shane Gillis and the guy that, remember that guy that like owned the rights to that AIDS medicine, and he made it like $800 per shot or whatever, because he was the only, because it was brand new. It was going to take like 7 years to get to generic, so he just bumped the price way up.
Yep.
Well, and they can.
yeah.
They can do whatever they want as far as pricing goes.
As far
But
as I
he-
heard with medical, there's no tier. Like
Yeah.
you can
It's
charge
their-
what you
It's
want.
essentially it's a product. Like,
Yeah,
you can
it's
just
their
sell it.
product, and they can sell for what they want.
Yeah.
That's exactly the issue we ran into with Maple when she was on was it Apoquel? One of the then we moved to Cytopoint, the shot. Those things have not moved to generics yet. So you're paying the price that they are going to charge you. And it was like for a shot, it was like $120 or something.
It's unreal.
And it's
But
just-
Shane Gillis was on a podcast with that guy. He was in the same like table or whatever, and he just started making fun of him.
I love Shane.
And it's like
dude.
he was saying something like, "Man, he's like, I feel like just you know, jumping up the price on that is just a dork move, man. Like it's just freaking dork." And like it's such a mundane thing, but the dude was getting so worked up, and he's like, "Well, hey, I don't want to get you canceled again." And the host is like, I don't think he's gonna get canceled for advocating for people with AIDS.
I love it. I love it. But yeah, so Luigi. Well, I mean, what's the thing on Luigi? Is he behind bars right now?
That's
What's
the
his
thing
deal?
is all now that we're talking about it, even though we are like late talking about it, I feel like it's all disappeared.
Yeah.
Like I don't hear LA being talked about anymore. Obviously, North Carolina is way out of the limelight, other than Trump finally sending people in that Biden could have, but he didn't. And yeah, even him. Like, I feel like I haven't heard anything about Luigi for a week or two.
I think
Really?
he's up for the death penalty and he's in jail. But
I saw immediately.
Mangione.
I saw immediately. Oh my gosh! I saw
Yeah, like 3
immediately
weeks ago.
following that on Amazon, the Luigi hat. There was like 100,000 purchases within a week.
good lord,
There's
Dude.
people buying Luigi hats.
That's the thing that scares me is like,
he's not a. I'm sorry. I'll say
it wasn't a good move.
No,
It didn't help anything.
No,
what did it
he's
do?
not a guy to look
Literally
up to
did
and
nothing.
celebrate. Like, I understand, I guess, so to speak, why he did it, but it's not right at all.
No,
But
it's not
like-
right. But on the flip side, when you are in the controls of providing someone care versus denying them care, and are purposefully denying them care,
Oh, yeah.
are you indirectly murdering that person?
It's true. It's very true.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's very true. I mean, it just always reminds me of The Incredibles. when she's up there, the old lady, and she's like, "I'm sorry." He's like, "I'm sorry, ma'am. There's nothing we can do. You need to go to here. Like
I can't tell you to take this form
and go to here and go to here." And then the boss finds out, "Well, how did she know?" And blah blah blah. And it's like, yeah, there's ways around it. You just have to figure it out.
Yeah. Last little bit while he's looking that up, just because it was the last thing in my notes for the news, is did you see Sony reportedly wants to sell the rights of Spider-Man back to Marvel?
Oh, I didn't hear that. I thought you were going to talk about how Sony's not putting out Blu-rays anymore.
Oh, that too.
Stupid move.
It's an old technology. It needs to go.
No, it doesn't.
Hey, here's the hard thing too with that is like physical media. Nobody can take that from you.
Exactly.
Digital media is all housed on someone else's server most of the time.
It's already been proven that they're yanking digital media away from people.
And so they
who have
can
already
just
purchased it and bought it.
take it off their server, and you don't have access.
Yes.
It's gone.
Even though you pay $20 to purchase it and buy it and own it.
I mean, I think there's
They can
definitely,
pull it
but we
away.
can definitely put it on something better, like even just SD cards or something like that. But having something physical so that it can't be taken away from you.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's
I
technology, man. I freaking love it so much, but there are some
Caveats.
drawbacks, and it's not the technology's fault.
No.
It's the
It's the
the
greediness.
Agreed. What does Sony want for Spider-Man?
I don't know.
Are they just tired of making crappy movies?
I guess, dude. I don't know, but I would be absolutely thrilled.
I mean, I would be too, but at the same time, like
Does that mean we could get a Deadpool
I'm still waiting
Spider-Man?
I'm still waiting for Marvel to like kind of course correct and
Yeah.
come back. Like Deadpool 3 was really good.
Hey, I was going to say in Deadpool 3, there was a hint of Deadpool and Spider-Man. Mm-hmm. When he's
Well,
in the car
also-
driving, he's like...
I also saw, and I don't know, this might have been satire, but I saw that, what's his name? The guy that plays Wolverine, Hugh Jackman,
Jackman.
is supposed to come back to reprise his role as Wolverine
Yes.
in a Hulk episode or Hulk.
Dude,
I
Wolverine
heard
versus
about that.
Hulk. It's like,
Yeah.
I've heard rumors of that.
Oh, that was in Deadpool 3 too. That brief moment where he's
Yeah.
like, "Oh, this is where Wolverine fought the Hulk."
And it's supposed to be all the Hulks, like Lou Ferrigno.
It's a rumor of a Planet Hulk movie, Planet
Oh,
Hulk
that'd
movie
be
or something
cool.
like that. Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah,
Don't
That'd
know if
actually
they'll go
be-
through with it, but it's been rumored.
Edward Norton.
yeah. Edward
Yeah.
Norton.
And
all
who's the
of
other
them.
guy?
David Banner.
Yeah.
David Banner. Played Bruce.
Wait.
Played Bruce Banner.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was gonna say, wait, wasn't that his
I like
name?
David. I liked I liked that one.
I
thought
love
it was
all
good.
of them. Anyway,
That would be pretty dope.
no.
Oh, side note.
And now Harrison Ford.
Side note, yeah. Did you see the freaking video of Anthony Mackie talking about how he doesn't think America is something that Captain America should represent?
Oh,
It's like, hey, bro, don't worry. You're not Captain America. You're a little pansy. Has
Wow.
a suit and throws a little shield around. I'm not. I don't know. I'm not. I think
Interesting.
it's the dumbest transition to go from super soldier Captain America
yeah,
to regular Joe Schmo who somehow can still throw it around.
Yeah.
it is weird.
Explain how that works.
it's like
I got
it's like
wings.
how he.
It's
I got
called
wings.
It's called fiction, Cam.
It's like
Hey,
in one of
even if
the.
it's fiction, you got to keep up with your freaking same logic.
Is it Civil War when like Spider-Man like that thing doesn't obey the laws of physics at all, does it?
Oh man,
Because it's
yeah, but
comic
Captain America
accurate.
was wicked strong. It wasn't the shield. The shield didn't do all of the stuff.
Yeah,
I do agree that when it was handed over to him, I'm like, I'm done.
yeah, it's not the same.
It's called comic accuracy.
Yeah.
Gonna be
From
What-
what I
Movie's gonna be poop.
understood is in the comics, whenever what's Anthony Mackie's character called?
Falcon.
The Falcon. Whenever the Falcon took over the persona of Captain America lived and he handed it to him. Whenever Bucky took over the persona of Captain America, it was because Captain America died and Bucky took up the handle to avenge him.
should have been Bucky.
It should have been Bucky.
He's got a freaking bionic arm and a super soldier serum.
I know.
Yeah, he's got both.
I know.
Just wear a wingsuit.
Other headliner, real fast, is all the ICE stuff going on with the deportation
Oh my
of
gosh.
illegal immigrants absolutely crazy. That's bananas.
Freaking
It's
nuts.
crazy.
Like it's this.
Dude.
Here's the thing I love about it. Don't
Uh-huh.
hate me. You probably will. Whatever. I just love that this is one of those instances where, people are trying to claim, oh, it's been 4 days into your presidency and why hasn't inflation come down? Why are groceries cheap? It's like, okay, they're going for that because they want to make him look bad, knowing it's not possible to come down that quick. But day one, all of the freaking executive orders he signed were all things that he said he was going to do. And he immediately has started doing the deportations and stuff like that. Like,
Yeah.
I have never seen a president start work that fast.
Yeah.
Well, they wanted to hit the ground running, and they knew that they had control of the house. So
And my thing with the whole deportation, like I feel bad for some of the people who have been here, tried to make a living, like, have worked hard and stuff, and they keep to themselves and they're not really a nuisance or a bother.
Yeah.
But in the same sentence, it's like, then why didn't you come here the right way?
yeah,
Like,
Or like at least get a work visa.
Yeah, get a
Like,
work
Being
visa
here illegally
or-
just means you snuck in and you're trying to skate by and not be seen. Whereas there are a lot of people who are not citizens, but they're here. They went through the proper channels to at least get visas to work, which protects you and keeps you in this country. Like
yeah,
you're not going to be deported because you're doing what you should be doing.
yeah.
yeah. On the other side, though, you can't blame the ones who got here through the own services that our country was providing,
That's true.
Yeah.
like the apps
Yeah.
and stuff like that. But the ones that definitely got here that are like criminals, I'm happy that those are
Yeah,
gone.
they-
back.
Did you see them?
As same with like naming the cartel as a
Oh yeah.
what do they call them?
Terrorists.
Terrorists.
They called them terrorists, so now they can send the military after them.
Yeah.
Oh boy,
Which-
I can't
which-
wait to see those
Can
videos.
I
That's
just
a
point
scary
something
one,
out?
though.
Can I just point something out though? If we're going to deport all these illegal immigrants back to Mexico, the best move for the president as well is to eliminate the threat that made them want to leave the country in the first place.
Yeah, exactly.
So you
It's true.
eliminate the problem, and all of a sudden their country can thrive.
Yeah,
So it's not like we're trying to send them back to a worse world. We're trying to fix their world.
yeah, and we're protecting both of us.
Yes.
Like I mean, yeah, Mexico government's not like, oh yeah, we love the cartels. Well, some of them might be, but
Well, we love them.
they're great. They do so many great things for us.
Yeah. So
Yeah, so it'll be
it'll be
interesting.
it'll be
like I mean,
interesting.
don't get me wrong. Yeah, I have a heart for these people, but like I honestly don't see them going, oh, you're a mother of 6 and you just clean toilets. We're gonna get you out of here. Like I see them going, you probably transporting drugs. Oh, looks like you are transporting drugs. You're definitely leaving.
Yeah.
Like they're going after the people who are known to be. They're not looking. At least not right now. They're not looking for the people who are doing good things.
Yeah.
They're looking for the bad ones first.
Yeah.
Although I did think it was
I-
hilarious. Elon Musk posted on X a couple times a banner that says, "If you see something, say something," with the number to ICE.
Oh no!
Yeah.
That's funny.
There are some things that I've been like, oh man, you're not making this
Right.
easy.
It's
The whole,
and then
the
it's
whole
hard.
hand wave. I mean, you're not. Yeah, how can I? I mean,
That's just his tism.
yeah, the tism's strong today.
I've been seeing a lot of that, and it's
It's
hard
definitely.
to justify that one.
I didn't
like,
see the wave. How did
no,
he do
I-
it? Like,
He
obviously,
literally.
I saw the pictures of his hand.
Don't take
out.
this out of context.
I saw the pictures with his hand
We're-
out, but I was
we're
like,
gonna
okay, what's
sample
the?
it.
He literally. Well, he's up on stage talking and
Yeah.
stuff, right? And he literally just like grabs his chest like aggressively, like.
He's
Yeah.
like my heart out to you guys.
But
Yeah.
He
and,
does
and,
it- he
and
does
he
it like
says
that.
it after, so he's like,
Yeah,
he's like, my heart goes out to you guys.
Yeah, it just.
But they all
It's
like
not
and
a good look.
So one, they clip
no,
it.
it wasn't a good
They
look at
clip
all,
it and
but-
make him look terrible.
Yeah.
But it's like, dude, I watched this other video where it's like, oh man, like that's so bad. I'm sure glad no other politicians have ever done that. And then it shows like 5 Democrats doing the same thing.
Yeah.
well, and don't forget, Elon was a Democrat.
And and it's like, I mean, it's not.
If you're looking for bad, you're gonna find bad.
1,000%.
That's just it. And I mean, granted, that's not like you can't really defend it. I mean, I'm not gonna say, I mean, I don't know.
I live by that old scriptural phrase, like, by their fruits ye shall know them.
Yes.
By the actions and the results of their actions, we will know.
That's exactly what I've been trying to say. Is like intent matters and what we say matters. And granted, the gesture missed the mark.
Yeah.
Like
I mean,
he didn't just miss it. Like the dude plowed into a wall.
It was pretty funny.
But like again, people are calling him a Nazi and all this stuff, and it's like
No.
No, that's where you're going. It's like going too far.
you
No.
can't even begin to compare the two.
Yeah.
To call him a Nazi is taking away from the actual absolute terror that a Nazi was.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like what they did was unfathomable.
Yeah, you're basically making light of how horrendous their actions
exactly.
were.
And it's like go to Germany and say that.
Yeah.
Dude, I watched a video today of this like German guy talking about like, because he was just saying it was him having a conversation with himself, an American and him a German, and it's like why would you even come to this country? And he's like, because America's the greatest country on the earth. And there's like, no, there's all this stuff, and he's like, but like the free speech and everyone can have guns. He's like, yes, that's why.
Oh, I saw this.
Yes,
it was
he's
on
like-
Kill Tony. It was that European guy.
Maybe he did it on
He's
there.
from Germany, and he's like, oh, I forgot what he says, but he's like, if you don't like it here, you can leave. I'll take you
But he's
back.
like-
I'll take you back to Russia. You can see what it's like there.
Yeah, he's like, if you don't have those things, you just get tyranny. That's all that happens. Like, this is your way to get away from that. And it's just so sad that people fight against the greatest freedoms in the world. We're the only country that have those two freedoms.
Yeah.
And it's like, but people say mean things. You don't have to pay attention.
That reminds me of
You're
that.
fine.
That Ricky Gervais bit that he does. Have you guys seen that? I'm sure you have, where he's talking about like God creating man, and it's like God's over there working on man, and God's wife, from the back is like, oh, what are you working on? Oh, I'm working on man for Earth. Oh, is it gonna have like sharp claws and fangs? No, nothing like that. Is it gonna like spit poison or? No, nothing like that. Is it going to have like a hard shell for protection or nope, nothing. Well, what's it going to have then? Well, I'm going to give it this really big brain, and it's going to be the smartest thing on earth, and it's going to be able to fight beasts that are 10 times its size and use its fur and everything for protection, and it's going to just survive through these horrible conditions, and then one day it's going to be hurt by words.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Oh my god.
Definitely. Yeah. I mean, Elon, man, come on.
I mean,
Help us out here.
the dude's on the spectrum. Everyone knows that.
I saw the video. I didn't see it happen, but my sister-in-law showed me after the fact a video of him at like a Trump rally, and he's just the way he's like jumping in the air and
Yes.
stuff. It's like
Everything he
this guy
does is super awkward. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, he's super awkward.
Yeah.
So it's like, I honestly think it's
But how does he do it?
an innocent what?
He does so much. He does
I don't know.
so much.
Dude is crazy smart.
He does so much.
I
He
don't
runs
forget-
SpaceX.
He's already
He
saved
runs Tesla.
He's already saved the country like 420 million.
Really?
Really?
Yes. He already has canceled 420 million in contracts and leases in the first 80 hours of being part of Doge.
Wow.
So he's already going through a lot of stuff.
you hear
I'm
about that?
excited.
I want to see the board.
I know.
That
Where's
he's
the-
talking
yeah,
about. Where
where's
he's like,
that
what should
list?"
we get rid of, guys?
Did you hear
We all
about
voted.
that federal job freeze?
Yeah,
I guess
the
for
job
like 90
freeze. Yeah, they're
Yeah,
not
it's-
hiring, but
Well,
we're also
so
not
they-
sending any money externally for 90 days.
So apparently the freeze got froze. So
Wait, what?
a federal judge temporarily blocked the Trump administration freeze on federal grants and loans.
Oh.
How does a judge I mean, that's just
Well, I mean, it's the
Yeah.
checks and balances.
Yeah,
the
checks
whole
and
point of
balances.
the three
it's just wild.
sections and whatnot.
And the worst part is they'll use anything they can against him.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
that goes for both sides.
And it's all a game. It's so dumb. It just delays things. I mean, but also like you saw his worker buyout thing that they're offering to buy out the severance pay through September to all federal employees who
Right.
opt to leave their jobs by February 6th.
Right. Yeah.
So basically, all the employees who probably think they're going to get fired, he's like, if you guys just quit by February 6th, we'll pay you severance until September.
Yeah.
Sounds like a game show.
Right?
Like it's like we were talking about it earlier, the Beast games. Like some of the challenges, it's like
Dude, I
if
would
you like, I'll give you $1,000 to leave right now.
I would watch a Washington, D.C. Beast games.
Right? It's like take $1,000 guaranteed in your pocket right now to leave, or you can stick around, possibly get more money, but it's a gamble.
It's like, all right, Nancy Pelosi, if you can walk through this mall without anybody cursing at you, you get $1,000.
That's awesome.
It'd be even more funny. It'd be like, all right, are you quitting by February 6th or are you staying? I think I'm going to quit. I'll take the severance. Oh, you were going to keep your job all along, but thank you.
Yeah, thanks for bringing up
Good
the
luck
stuff.
in your future endeavors.
Oh man.
Hey, Google Maps will officially change Gulf of Mexico to Gulf of
saw
America for U.S. users.
Nice. That's kind
I'm-
of weird.
I know, it's weird.
That,
I'm
that
kind of-
wouldn't even.
I think it's just silly.
That
Yeah.
one's silly.
It's just funny to me.
I don't understand.
I don't understand that one.
I mean, if you look at the map,
I mean, it makes sense.
I think America is most of the Gulf.
Is it?
Yeah.
I was looking
Seven
at
is.
it not too long ago, and I was thinking it was about 6s.
Yeah.
It's pretty close, but I feel like we've got a little bit more. I just
Hey,
think,
man.
here's
If you
what
were
I
to
think is
count-
funny though.
All I want is Canada to come be part of America.
51, baby.
And I also want Greenland. Or is it Iceland? I can't remember.
Greenland.
Greenland. I want Greenland, you know.
Why don't you just call it Gulf of the Americas? It's right between
There you
North
go.
America, South America, Gulf of the Americas.
Doesn't touch South
Or the
America
Great
at all.
Gulf.
Well, it's right between it though. It doesn't care
Touches
if it
Central
touches it.
America.
See, there you go. Still,
They're different.
it's all right there in between South America, Central, North.
Were you saying
I get
they all look
you.
alike?
Gulf of
Is that what
the
you're saying?
Americas? Yes. All right.
You gonna give him one of these?
Maybe.
Your heart goes out to him. Oh my gosh! I think it's funny though how so many people are freaking out about it. Like Mexico, the president of Mexico was like, "We're still gonna call it the Gulf of Mexico." It's like nobody cares, dude. Nobody cares if you call it Gulf of America. Nobody cares if you go Gulf of Mexico. Like you think you're making some weird stand. Who cares?
I mean, we're the one making the weird stand. It's
but that's the
been
thing
there.
is, it's just I think it's just trolling.
You think?
It's just a power move.
It is.
Yeah, I get
It's 100% a power move.
But it
And
works. Like he already got freaking Gaza and Jerusalem to stop shooting each other,
Yeah.
literally by saying like, "Hey, you come to an agreement and release the hostages before I get inaugurated," and they did.
Yeah. I remember. I forgot all about that. Yeah, you're right.
And even
You're
Putin
right.
is like, "Hey, let's sit down. I want to end this war. Like,
Yeah.
let's get this figured out." And he actually, did you see that? So they Biden tried to pardon Fauci, right?
Yeah.
So Putin said that he wants Fauci extradited to Russia to stand for war crimes, and that might be part of what he requires for the
Get
end of the
out.
war.
Get out. What?
What's his war crimes over there?
The COVID stuff.
COVID.
yeah.
Everyone in the world was listening to Fauci.
Oh, that's
Everyone.
Yeah, because he was over the WHO, right?
And we also got out of
He was the
WHO.
CDC, but like basically everyone, he was kind of like, because America was like, here's the, this is what we're doing. Everyone's like, oh yeah, it's like, it's just
Yeah.
like in school. Like
Yeah.
you're like, oh, there's the popular kid. Let's follow him.
Yeah.
So,
Which why did Trump take us out of the WHO?
because of all the COVID stuff as well. And I think we were paying a lot into it and others weren't, or some weird stuff.
Huh.
They also been kind of sketchy with like Taiwan. They won't admit that Taiwan is its own country. So they're kind of under the thumb of like China.
Huh.
Because China wants Taiwan and claims that Taiwan is part of China.
Yeah.
Taiwan is the world's biggest producer of semiconductors, which are required for all of these. in our phones. Like
I was gonna say,
they
there's a
make
lot
the
of things
majority.
that say
It's
made
a
in
big
Taiwan.
deal. Like I don't think a lot of people realize how important Taiwan is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like
Well, you
control
look
of
at
those
everything.
semiconductor factories is control of the world's technology.
Yeah.
No other facility can do what they do right now.
Yeah.
So if China were to take that, they would take full control of all of our technology and like being able to produce more and do,
The last thing we want.
exactly.
Speaking of that, did I hear right that Trump gave TikTok back?
He
Oh,
gave
yeah.
him a
Good
90-day leeway.
Good old TikTok
So he-
shutdown
Yeah.
for an hour.
6 hours or whatever.
Dude.
But yeah, he extended their thing for 90 days. So it has, and I think it's only, instead of being a fully U.S. entity now, it could be 50-50.
Half, yeah.
Which I find hilarious because I know when Trump was in office, he first started the whole like TikTok ban, like he wanted to ban it, all that stuff. Nothing ever came out of it. And then you get into the Biden administration, and they're the actual ones that went through it and actually banned TikTok. And when it happened, all of my friends or, everybody on Facebook was like, this is so ridiculous. I can't believe Trump would do this, blah, blah, blah. And, and like freaking out. And I'm like, y'all realize that this wasn't Trump. Like, this was your president that actually got the ban on TikTok.
Yeah.
And it's like, and then someone would even point out, like, they were like, well, Trump started it. And it's like, yeah, he did, but he didn't do anything about it. Your president went through with it. So,
Your president, you mean all of our presidents?
yeah.
I just didn't choose him.
Former Vice President
Former
Biden?
Vice President Biden chose that.
Yes.
But, yeah.
That was wild though. I was surprised. I'll be honest. I was surprised that it actually shut down.
For 4 hours.
Yeah. But then
Whatever
it came
long
back
it
and I was
was.
like, that was dumb.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, come
Yeah.
on.
It was. Especially
I thought it was
watching all the
hilarious.
videos from the people who actually make money off of
Freaking
it.
out.
Oh, this is my last video. This is where I say goodbye, blah, blah, blah. And then it's like 4 hours later, it came back on. I was like, I bet you feel stupid right now.
Well, I mean,
It was so
to be
funny.
fair, they didn't know.
No,
one
and they
knew.
And it
didn't,
did
but-
actually like block access. You couldn't actually get on it.
And the funniest part about it all is they reestablished the connection without actually having. I don't think Trump was even president yet,
No.
right? It was like January
all-
20th or 29th. January 19th is when they blocked access.
It was a Sunday and it was
Trump
back by
wasn't
Monday.
even
Yeah, it was on the
president
19th.
until
Yeah.
the 20th.
Exactly.
So they took it away and brought it back without him even being president.
Yeah. Only because Trump did put a stay on it for like 90 days. Yeah.
Well, and that's the thing is that
But again, he wasn't president yet.
No.
it's not even that he doesn't want to get rid of the app. He just wants to get rid of China's control of the app.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. It's like we've talked about before. You go to China and you get on TikTok there, and it's actually educational and there's a lot of things about it.
Yeah.
Here, it's dumbing us down as a society. Like, there's some stupid ass things on there. Yeah. There's.
It is mind numbing.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, I can't stand it, dude. I can't handle it.
I do have to say one thing that I like it. I don't personally use it, but I'm saying I like it for recipes because I've known people who have like made things or suggested things where they found the recipes off of TikTok, or like when I was using Instagram, like the jokes, like, yeah, why don't you just watch Instagram reels that are 30 days too late?
Yeah,
days
like
old.
I just watched TikToks on Instagram Reels like an adult. 3 weeks after they came out.
Yeah. It's like I
But,
use that. I like that for recipes and things.
I think one of the biggest one for me, it was a time suck. Like I remember when it was brand new and like me and Shaylee would be scrolling on it, no joke, till like 3 a.m.
Oh yeah, you wouldn't realize how long.
And we're like, what the freak? Like,
Time
and
is-
it was like almost every night. I was like, holy crap. Like, this is a black hole like never before. Instagram at least gets boring after like 30 minutes.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, I'm going to go do other stuff.
I honestly get like 3 or 4 videos into Instagram. And I'm like, all right, I'm done.
Right.
Yeah,
So,
like-
sometimes you catch a good wave. You're like, yeah, let's keep going. Let's
Yeah.
ride this high. But,
It's only
but
if
the
it's car
thing,
accident.
the thing with TikTok, I think that bugs me the most is that I feel like TikTok created the most entitled losers that just like they were TikTok famous, so they really thought highly of themselves. and like for nothing. They literally did not add any value to the world whatsoever. And then the other thing is I hate like the plagiarism. Like you literally will watch. There's this one blonde girl that is super popular on there, and all she does is lip sync comedians.
Yep.
Oh,
None of it is even her material
Yep.
in any way, shape, or form. But there are thousands of views and comments about, oh, this is so funny. It's like, then go tell the creator that it's funny. Go tell the person who came up with it,
Yeah.
who worked to get it out there.
Or
Yeah.
the biggest thing now is
the reaction stuff.
the reactions.
Oh my
It's
gosh.
these content
Like that guy we just watched. Like,
Well, no.
at least he's playing the game.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
it's
he's
funny.
playing the
game.
game.
But
But I'm
it's
talking like
reacting
people,
to reactions.
Like literally, all they're doing is putting their face in the bottom left corner of the screen.
Yep. And they're reacting to the videos that have already been playing.
I mean, we should just start doing that.
We should, honestly.
I think we could do really good reaction videos.
We probably could. I think we should do that.
Should we?
We might as well. Everyone else is doing it.
Bro, they're paying out mad cash right now doing it. I could make some faces.
Oh, yeah. Easy.
Have you seen those?
Clickbait the
where it's
crap
like
out of it.
What to do or what not to do when you're getting pulled over, and it's a guy doing this, and then it shows the other camera view. The cop's waiting to write his ticket, and you just see him like pointing to nothing.
You know what I'll do? I'll buy one of those fake breasts things. I'll just wear it. So I have the boob click. And I'll just be like, so I've got him, man. I've got him in trance.
Going the
They're like, who's this guy? Why has he got boobs? I don't know, but you're watching the
Gross.
content.
That reminds me. Do you remember that guy in the 90s that like was somebody paid him $1 million to get a boob job?
Oh, I do remember.
And then he got money for every year that he kept them?
Marilyn Manson.
No, it was just some random dude.
I do remember that. Do you remember the guy that got his forehead tattooed by a company? Like he put it like advertiser space here type thing.
I do
And a
remember
company
that one.
like paid him to put their logo on his
It'd have to
forehead.
be a lot of money.
Speaking of face tattoos, I saw this thing in our local news. Post Malone went to a Pizza Hut down in Cottonwood because he lives down there.
Oh yeah.
And he went there just like minutes before they were open, knocked on the door, and the manager of the day kind of walks over, and Post was like, "Are you open?" He's like, "For you, yeah, come on in." And he brought him in, got his pizza all made, and was like, "How much do I owe you?" And the manager was like, "Oh, it's on the house. It's all good, man. You're a rock star. The honor of meeting you." And Post walks out to his car, grabs $1,200 in cash, and gives it to him.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's
And but it's the reason I say the face tattoos is because reading some of the comments on this news feed, people were, I mean, like 99% of the comments were just like, "This guy's awesome. I don't listen to his music, but he seems like a real genuine guy." But there was just a handful that it's like, he's just promoting face tattoos, which is just body mutilation and da 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 da. Like going on. It's like, there's always got to be someone.
they're so off the
always
mark.
someone.
It's insane.
All right.
Well, did you see?
Oh,
Sorry, last thing.
okay. Last thing.
Conor McGregor went to a BYU basketball
I
game.
heard about this just today.
He was at Station Park like yesterday.
Yeah.
I should have
yesterday.
fought him.
Right? Sucker punch him.
I'm just kidding.
Could you imagine?
you imagine-
You actually knock him
Yeah,
out.
dude. Oh my gosh, he'd be so famous and dead. 'Cause when he wakes up.
You're done.
Oh, you
It's
leave
over.
the country.
Yeah, he went to a BYU basketball
Yeah,
game.
why?
I have no idea.
A coworker was just telling me there's a video of him saying like, "Go Cougars!" Like,
Oh,
but-
really?
yeah.
Maybe he's-
Rawr.
I don't know
Looking
why
for the
he's
moms.
here. I wonder if he's here for like Sundance or something.
I think he has a collaboration with Bucked Up.
Yes.
Oh.
He's done 2 drinks with
Is
them.
Bucked Up a Utah thing?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I didn't know that
It'll
either
buck
until
you
just
up.
now.
Yeah.
All right.
Interesting.
Jokes. Anyone got one?
Oh, no?
Oh, I think
Were we
I-
supposed to get jokes?
Hang on.
Always.
I think
Oh.
I might. From
Every
like
time.
Forever ago, I think I saved some.
Because I've got one,
Hang on. Let me see.
and it's pretty good.
It better be.
And I'm a little nervous to say it, but it's a joke.
Oh, no.
Oh, maybe I don't.
You're going to love it.
Did I already say the cowboy one?
Don't
Maybe?
remember.
The one where he tells his horse to.
Yes.
Like he talks to his
Yes,
horse?
you did.
Ah, okay.
Was that it?
I think that was. I swear I saved another one. Apparently not, though.
All right. Zach, you got one?
Nope.
All right.
Oh no.
Because it's relevant, okay? Just know this is a joke. I'm emphasizing joke. What if we have illegals hunt down pedophiles for a chance at citizenship? We would call it Alien versus Predator.
I'm for it.
Dude, I would
Wow.
pay to watch that.
I'm for it. Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh.
Yep.
Dude, that's
I saw that. I was like, yes, 100%. I want them scalps.
there's the answer. Said it'd be a bag of dicks.
There you go.
Foreskins.
I want my foreskins. Anyway, down in the comment, hashtag alien. And
Wait, sorry. I just gotta say, I just read this one.
okay.
I hate to
Yeah, no,
not
you're good.
end on this,
You're
but
good, you're
just
good.
because of the following comment. So the joke is, if someone calls you fat, just ignore them. You're bigger than that. Then there's a comment though. It says, leave fat people alone. They already have enough on their plate.
Oh gosh. It reminds me of all those. Have you seen those those reels where they're like, they like sing the comments?
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, the one where they're like always jumping.
Yeah. Well, not always. Sometimes, yeah. Sometimes it's just that person's video, and then it's comments on their video, or like,
Yeah.
I saw one just the other day of Rachel Ziegler about like the Snow White. It was so good,
What was it?
dude. I'll have to show you after because there's so many.
Oh, okay.
One of them though was like, what was it? They're like, the resolution of the CGI is better with my monitor turned off, or something. Like that. All these
Oh,
things.
I know what you're talking about.
They're like, I'm rooting for the poison apple.
Last call. You got one, Zach?
Nope, I got nothing.
All right. Well, we hope you enjoyed this episode. Again, down in the comments, hashtag alien if you made it here to the end. And just know we have our opinions. You have yours. We're going to respect you. Just we ask for the same.
It's all
And,
fun.
Political stuff is always interesting to talk about, but it always is very divisive. So anyway, thanks again for tuning in. We hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you here next time. Bye,
Love you
friends.
guys.
Arrivederci.
Ciao.
And thanks for being part of this crowd.
Auf Wiedersehen.
Yeah.